Another question from Milan Madhav Das. Hare Krishna Milan. Question is, we understand everything happens for Lord, but how do we understand this? How do we understand His will when there is such a difficult situation like the present one? I presume you're talking about this lockdown situation under the coronavirus. Obviously, everything does happen by the Lord's will. He sanctions everything. It is said, not a blade of grass moves without the sanction of the Lord. So He knows this is going to happen. There are rules on how to live properly in the material world where you don't have so much calamities. And there are different times. In Satya Yuga, it's better. People behave better. This is the Kali Yuga. People don't behave so well, and therefore there's going to be reactions. How many humans will die through this coronavirus? We're probably killing more animals and babies daily than this pandemic will cause deaths of human beings while it goes around this time. But daily we're killing more animals and children in the womb just to satisfy just for our convenience. So you've got to expect some reaction. You can't defy the laws of nature. They're very strong. You may not see the lawmaker, but still the laws are there, and ignorance of the law is no excuse. So obviously you misbehave, you're going to be some calamities. There's going to be some reaction. It's not such a difficult thing to understand. As you sow, so shall you reap. So this should be accepted. This philosophy of karma should be accepted by the Western world. Then all these things will be acceptable. But right now, the problem of evil and religion is a very big discussion. Why, if God is all good, all knowing, all merciful, all powerful, why He allows bad things to happen to good people? So it's a big question. But in the material world, in the prison, are there good people in the prison? If they was good, they wouldn't be in the prison. So the material, if we weren't bad, if we was good, we wouldn't be here in the material world. So the material world is a place of correction. But if you follow the rules in the prison, you get out quicker for good behavior. But if you refuse to follow, then that's your own foolishness, and then you'll stay in longer. If you disobey the rules inside, then you can stay in longer. So we see that there's no inherently the material world is without remembering Krishna is not a very suitable place for a spirit soul to be in. We're so confined, so conditioned by these bodily demands. Our real position is freedom from all this want and pressure and time. In the spiritual world, those things are absent. But so we're being punished for something. So you can't expect it to go very well in the prison. You can't expect life to be very high class, and you can't expect to satisfy everyone there. It's obviously not. But we accept in the material world as our prison, as our home, because we were born in prison, so we think prison life's not so bad. But it's just your conditioning. But if you have information of a better existence, a better state of existence, a higher consciousness, a higher dimension to live in, and the process to achieve it, then why not take it? It requires faith, and then you have to follow that. So Krishna knows what's going on, obviously. But he says, although I am the doer of everything through the material energy, I'm not responsible for the actions of the living entities. That's our own independent choice. So Krishna's not responsible for that. That's your independence. But for fulfilling those desires and getting a result, Krishna is responsible through the agency of the demigods. Right? If you put your hand in the fire, it burns. So the laws are there. Krishna's made it like that. He's made fire hot. the rule is you don't put your hand in the fire. If you put your hand in, you get burned. Okay? So Krishna says there's two types of people here, divine and demoniac in this world. They'll always be there and they're always arguing. So, and he says, I'm not partial to either. Because essentially they're all my devotees. Some remember they're my devotees, some forget they're my devotees. So, but the rule is, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, I come here, I annihilate the miscreants, I kill the demons, and I protect the devotees. I protect the devotees and I kill the demons, asuras. So that's not partial. That's a rule. Your choice is, our choice, freedom is, we can join the party of asuras or we can join the party of devotees, devas. That's our choice. But the rule is, Krishna protects the devotees and he destroys the asuras. So you can't blame him for that. You can't blame him for being partial or unjust, like that. So there's rules for everything. If we know those rules, then we know the outcome of those by following the right activity or wrong activity. Then when we get a little convinced about that, then we can start to follow properly. But if you don't follow on a mass way, also you could expect some mass reactions like is going on now. So we chant Hare Krishna. Let the viruses come and go. Let the bodies come and go. We chant Hare Krishna and go back to God. But not much we can do about it. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Milan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you. Krishna Book ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Gaur Premanandi, Hare Hare.